There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
You know, those guys in there think I'm crazy. And I am, too.
What are you, some kind of nutcase? This is the last straw. I ain't fed up with you.
Real cool, man.
I got to turn the mic on, haven't I? There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Please feel free to write some stuff in the comment section. And welcome to the live stream today. This is Friday the 3rd of May. And the channel is Talking Really. Hello. And my name's Andy. Welcome to my channel. David Queen. Stuff, yes. Technical term meaning stuff. We are going to talk about stuff, yes. Or whatever comes up. Or whatever anybody wants to talk about. I don't know. However, none of my Stream Deck stuff works. I've got some audio, but I've got nothing else at the moment because it's a different channel, and of course it doesn't work with the usual stuff. However, we do have some which is limited, like we can do, and some other audio stuff, but no video stuff. However, what was your name again? Andy? Mr. Twat? Mr. Teddy Twat? Anyway, I got some really good screen for you to look at. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. We can actually see the chat as well. Fantastic. Why you blue? I don't know. Maybe you've had a bad life. Maybe you're feeling a bit blue. Maybe you need to get out more. Go and meet some people. Don't ask me why you're blue. There you go, see? What was that? I can't read that. It's not come up on my screen yet. I've never been blue here before. Ah. Well, it is a bit of a depressing place to come to, isn't it? Sorry about that if you're feeling a bit blue in my blue screen. Blue screen of death. That's what it is.
Wait a second. I don't like the sound of that.
I have not disappointed you with the usual non-working equipment. Yeah, you're quite right. Thank you, Mr. Alfie. Why are these coming up so quick, but they're not coming up on here? Ha ha ha. I can't go out and meet people. Yes, I know the feeling. They actually corrupted me and taught me some bad language.
Wait a second. I don't like the sound of that.
No.
Are you so bad, boy?
So welcome. We've got at least 3 people. That's a great improvement over what I thought we might have. I just thought I might be on my own, but there are a couple of people watching who aren't communicating yet. So please do that. Oh, and don't forget, we need some thumbs up to make us all happy. Hello, bonus. Yes, that's it. Yes, indeed. A bonus. How rude, Mr. Alfie, eh? What do you think of that? Not very polite. So this was a screen that I knocked up in celebration of Talking Really. You wait to be amazed, well, you might actually be waiting quite a long time.
Kiss my curvy butt goodbye.
Because obviously none of my controls work on this screen, because it's for the old screen, for the travel screen. Not making excuses, it is just something that you can't copy over from OBS. It's just a pain in the backside. And of course, I've had, been going to see my dad in hospital. And of course, not had much time for anything. And can we have less of the "you're my lover" luck? Because you're not from bloody Somerset. Having slow mode on, is it slow mode on? I don't know. I wouldn't know. But you never know. We got early days. Early days. What are we really talking about? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. No idea. This is just Q&A and talking about things that you may have watched on my channel quite recently, or not, as the case may be. But Mr. Jelly Twat. Which colour? Oh, what I was going to do was I don't like the size of me on the screen. So what I will do is I'm going to adjust myself. Sorry. Yeah, don't ask. I'm going to adjust myself, make myself a little bigger. Yeah, like that. How's that? That's better. I feel like I was a bit small. Hello, Pamela. Good evening to you. Welcome. PIP transfer. Yeah, that's a very interesting subject, isn't it? And there's a lot more people to do that, as far as I know. News amputee forced. Yes, I did see that. They seized the scooter batteries. Yes. Hello, Kev. No, well, listen, it's a new thing on this channel. New thing, just to start off on this channel. So we've got some. Now, why oh, I see why. There we are, that's better. Chat window is behind me, not in front of me. Yes, so I was a bit lucky then, wasn't I, when I took my scooter? Because they could have done. Hello, Kev. All right, hey up. I don't know if any of my things will work. Now, we do have, on this other channel, we do have some theme tunes.
We're doing it Yorkshire style. Yorkshire style.
That's for Kev. We're not even going to bother with Andy because he ain't got one yet. But we can do Alfie. That's his one. So we need to get some. Oh, we haven't got anybody else, have we, on my list? Not yet. Oh, David. David.
Me in St. Louis, meet me at the fair.
So that's David's theme tune, and he is from the good old US of A. So welcome. And Pamela, hello, Pamela. So, Westgate. I have to think of a little theme tune. Interesting. Don't know. I don't know you that well, so we'll have to wait and see. I was honoured on my outward trip. Well, no, really, I would not call it that. I would not call it that. Being honoured, I would call it more of a burden. More of a burden. Because you only did half a job. Half a job, Harry. Ah, half a job, Harry. What are you like? So Andy's the one that came with me. Well, didn't come with me. He was on the same plane. We weren't together. Not really. You like your theme tune? I'd rather it wasn't temporary. Yes. What, this one? That one. What way do you see for Venezuela? I don't know. Don't quite know what you're asking there. MX9. Do you mean? Can you just explain a little bit more? Because I'm a bit confused as I always am. I was in Canada, was it? Yeah, I can't. You can't trust them Canadians. I tell you, they would steal the shoe leather from your shoe. They would. And he went there once, didn't like it. Not going again. Apology to anybody from Canada. Oh, you like it now? Okay, I'll leave it then. So that'll be your theme tune. We could have one for Pamela. We could have Pamela Anderson. What was that series? Baywatch. We could do Baywatch for Pamela, couldn't we? Pamela Anderson. Yes. Well, that's the story of his life, Alfie. Sorry, we should explain to anybody that is watching that some of these people here are from the Travel Channel. So they are familiar with the format and myself. And so don't be put off if you're thinking, oh God, there's loads of people and they all know each other. Yes, they do. So, Oh, that's what you got called, is it? Okay, fair enough. But your theme tune, we're looking for theme tunes for people, for regulars, obviously, not for just drop-ins, but for regulars, because hopefully what we'll do is we'll have a regular live stream from now on. So every week. Yes, until you were asked to leave. That's right. So they've all been, well, I wouldn't say they've defected, but they have come over from the other channel. And obviously we encourage people to go and subscribe there as well. Andy Wright Travel. And of course, I do a live stream Sunday afternoon and Wednesday evening. So there's two days a week at the moment. So here there will be Friday, hopefully on a regular basis, providing we get a few people come on, have a chat and whatever. But obviously this week I've been a little bit distracted and busy because obviously my dad went into hospital and is seriously ill. There was some doubt about whether he would come out, but you just got an alert. I started the 48-hour live stream. Fantastic. Well, keep watching, Kev. Keep watching. I might put it on a loop, but keep watching. Yeah, so I have been sort of going to the hospital nearly every day and trying to do other things as well, trying to make videos and go to work. So it's been quite tiring. Yes, seriously, I came back and I found out the hard way. I wasn't told. I actually had to ask about it. And oh yeah, she got took in on Friday. Oh yeah, that's a week ago. actually Saturday he got took in, but he was ill on Friday, so that's a week. But they were saying that they didn't know. Oh look, Frank Travels. Hello, he followed me over. Another one from the Andy Wright Travel. Ah, welcome. Yes, the only difference is we're not talking about travel. Much. I mean, I may as well just do a travel channel. No, seriously, this is. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's everything. All the videos are on this channel. I suggest you go and have a little refresh. Go and look at what we do here. It is different and probably doesn't really apply to anybody with no interest in it. So, obviously look it up, have a look, see if you're interested, and then we can have a chat about stuff. So that'll be good. Universal credit. Oh my God. How long we got? We got 24 hours. So we're right. 48 hours. We're fine. So sit back, get yourself a nice cup of coffee or tea / beer. And so the Ian Duncan Smith, who was the Works and Pensions Secretary a while back, before he decided to cry in his tea and resign because he didn't get his own way, decided that the Tory party needed to have a revision of the benefit system to make it technically easier. And in the infinite wisdom that probably the universal credit is a benefit. It's very similar to any other benefit that is paid for people that claim it and who qualify. Obviously, you have to qualify for it. There are major differences with this one because it was brought in as a rush to try and, well, I'm going to be politically incorrect because I really find it very, very frustrating that the Tory party have a vendetta against people such as those with disabilities. They are out. Oh, sorry. Can we have the short version? No, you can't. Sorry. Nope. I've started, so I'll finish. Another 47 hours and 58 minutes to go. So get your coffee, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. Right. So basically, the Tory party brought in this benefit system, which is flawed. They didn't test it. They put people on it, and they are worse off than what they were when they were on the legacy benefits. Now, just roll on a couple of years. They've had a few works and pensions secretaries, whatever you call them, and they've all gone down this route of trying to say that universal credit is a brilliant system. It basically, to apply for it, you have to have a computer. You cannot do it on paper. You actually physically have to have an internet connection and a computer because everything is done online. Apart from those people that are homeless, I don't see the majority of people who are on benefits can afford a computer. But, that's their idea of saving time and money. But it doesn't, because it doesn't work. I did vote for the Yorkshire Party, AAPCA. And, of course, it's a flawed system that nobody in the Tory party will admit to being flawed. And they keep on pumping out this rhetoric of, yes, we've fixed it. But only today I made a video saying that people that were transferred over who lost a proportion of their money because they had a severe disability allowance a top up. They lost that because Universal Credit doesn't have SDP. So two guys, they took them to court and they won. So now they've been put back onto their original benefit and given a backdated amount of money, which is what my video was about. There are 10,000 people who transferred over and haven't been paid the back pay yet. And the government are in the Commons Committee meeting, they were saying, oh no, we are going to do it, but it might take a little while. Hello to Brexit Box TV. Hello. How are you? Good evening to you. So, MX, you'll have to finish off the other answer, because I haven't seen the other answer yet about Venezuela. Maybe you can enlighten me. We can talk about Brexit if you want. But I'm sure there's more interesting things, like talking about the colour of paint on my wall. That's right. They pay the rent. Now, they used to pay the rent for social housing to the landlord. And of course, when you have no money and you get a whole load of money given you, you spend it. And therefore, people were getting into arrears and being evicted. Now, this is only part of the problem. Well, we'll come on to that in a minute, Al, because I think you'll find that if you do away with all the BS and all of the Tories spouting their rhetoric, you'll find that most of what they're on about is absolute bollocks. Hello, Rudy. Oh, good evening, Rudy. Hello. Because they are in delusional world of everything works, when all of the agencies, all of the voluntary services, they all tell them that it doesn't work, and they need to change it, but they won't, because basically the Tories know best. So yes, part of the problem was giving people money, and of course they didn't pay the rent. Now you say to yourself, well, hang on, you've got rent to pay, then you pay it, don't you? But no, that's not right, because basically when you're hard up and you cannot afford to eat food and you get some money coming, you're not going to eat food. You're not going to worry about your rent. You're going to buy food and eat it. That's what happens, unfortunately, when you're poor. And the whole system, it makes you poor. They really, really have no sympathy whatsoever. In fact, the government have been assessed by the outside agencies of the UN, and the UN came in. They've been in several times into the country, and they've done assessments of how people are treated, and several times the Tory party have been condemned for the way that they treat their disabled people in this country, the way that they abuse them, and yeah, I mean the whole thing about the topic of people abusing the system. You will find that there is a very, very small minority of people that abuse it. Seriously, it's quite small. In fact, it's not even significant enough to record on a graph when you compare it to the tax dodging multinational companies that are in this country that don't pay tax. Well, there you go. So there's a couple of examples. You have no discipline because when you get money and you're hungry, you're gonna buy food. You're gonna buy other things. You're not gonna worry about your rent. That's one of the things that will happen. And of course, when you go on the phone, as you know from my videos, I was on there for 2 sessions of half an hour, and I got nowhere. I didn't even get answered. But I can believe 4 hours, yeah. And cannot use a computer with universal credit, then you're stuffed, because that's the only way of doing it. And even on the phone, they tell you, don't phone if you're going to be talking about universal credit. You have to use your online journal to contact them. But I agree with you that some people do take the mickey. And some people, and it may be a strong thing to say, but some people, including people that I did work with, they know how to play the system. And they do. And they get away with it, right? And remember, my previous job, working with vulnerable people, so that's ex-drug addicts, disabled and things like this, helping them find work. That was my previous job. So I knew all about the, I knew all about the scams and the dodges and the dodgy people and what they do. And of course, I also knew quite a lot about the benefit system. Obviously, that was a few years ago now, because I've been doing this job for about 9 years, 10 years. So it is quite a long time ago, and things have moved on since that time. So yes, what happens to the blind deaf people? How are they going to do it on a computer? It's a very good question. But there is no answer that I can give you, because all they will say is, well, get somebody to help you. It's like, well, yeah, okay. And they even started to cut down on the number of disability advisors in the job centre, because I know I used to work with, obviously, with the job centres all around the country, well, all around Wiltshire. So I used to visit them quite often as an advisor with my client, making sure my client got the best deal. Sometimes they did, and sometimes they did not. But yeah, it was a good job. It's a good job. And of course, the tax loopholes, yes, but you have to remember that money, when you have a lot of money, people with lots of money tend to look after those with lots of money. So, yeah. So you've got, but what we're talking about is big multinationals here not paying their what's it called, the profit tax. You know what I mean. Yeah, so the likes of Google and all of that haven't paid their tax to the country because they have a UK base, and they employ people here, and they make profit here, so they should pay. I think Starbucks was one of them, wasn't it? Starbucks. I'm not sure. The other big ones, there was a couple of big ones that didn't pay and haven't paid. And of course, the Tories are all about money. So, allegedly. Well, put it this way, it was on the news, so it must be true. It must be true. I'm sorry, but yeah. Will they? Will they, Kev? Do you reckon they will? I think they're onto a cushy deal. It's like when all these companies said Brexit, we're going to leave, we're going to up sticks and go somewhere else. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? If they've got a building here, they're going to have another building somewhere else. What a waste of money! And it just really, yeah, it's just pathetic, really. So they're not going to go. And why would they go? Like, say, BMW. Why would they go from this country? They would lose the sales, wouldn't they? I mean, how many people buy BMWs? They're not very good cars, but hey, allegedly. Well, technically, you can argue that they're not breaking any rules. However, they're trading in the country and they should pay corporation tax. That's the one. They should pay it because every company should pay it. This is OBS MX9. OBS. So what I said about universal credit, yeah, go on. It hasn't yet, but it will do within, they reckon that within a year or two, so 2020 or 2021, there's another 3 million to transfer over, but they haven't even sorted out the 10,000 that have been transferred over, forcibly transferred over. That is, they didn't have much choice, but they haven't even sorted them out yet. What do you mean by a socialist? Because there are aspects of various political prominent people that I agree with. However, I would probably never vote for any of them because they all have their bad bits. If you could get one person with all of the little bits in it, then that will be something to think about. But working for the benefit of those in your peer group, and we're talking about here is Tories. So people in Tory party look after those with money because that's who is in the Tory party. They would never look after the what would call the Labour people, would they? They would look down on them. So the problem is that when you're in a particular group, it is we need to get rid of it. You're right. Yes, I think the whole government thing is something that if anybody could tell me how we could do that, it would be really good. Tommy Robinson, I suspect. I have no opinion whatsoever on the guy. However, I do suspect that he gets a lot of stick from mainstream society, mainstream media. I think from what I know of him, he has the right attitude, but I don't think he always goes about it the right way. However, he doesn't get a fair deal with the press because they are very negative about everybody. Basically everybody that don't like. They don't like Corbyn, so they will attack him left, right, and centre for no apparent reason. And some of the stuff that they attack him with is been proven as being rubbish and wrong. So you can see that the media are not to be trusted. That's TV and paper for any sort of, basically. So Tommy Robson, I can't really comment on that. Mr. Ralphie, yes, you're right, but they're not paying any tax, which is the point about that I was trying to make. The problem is, though, is when there's an election, people tend to vote for who they voted for every single time. All right, Kev. So don't forget, if you want to come on Sunday, and you've got travel, there's another live stream on Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Oh, well, yeah, you're probably right, they do. I mean, they have a deep influence over everything, don't they? Yeah, I mean, you cannot trust anything you hear or read, basically. You have to do your own research, make up your own mind. But people tend to vote for who they voted for all their life. And I often see on Facebook, on there, I would never vote for Jeremy Corbyn, he's Labour, blah, 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 blah. Hang on. Just because you haven't, you have a sort of a jaded opinion about a guy that you don't even know, right? You can make assumptions about people, but you're basing it on information that's coming from the media. Here's my idea. You may not like it, but give him a chance. It seems like a different sort of attitude to this country. And that is not to say that I would vote Labour, because I wouldn't. I wouldn't vote Conservative either. But just because I don't think that I would vote Labour doesn't mean that I wouldn't vote for him as a person. Obviously, that would be difficult because he's part of the Labour Party. But his ideas are very progressive. And I would say to everybody, give him a chance, because you may be surprised at what he can do. But there again, people won't give him a chance because of their predefined attitudes and previous voting that they've done before. So, and the problem is that people who vote Tory, I have spoken to some, because I was just interested to know, they don't understand what they've done when they voted for it. So, for example, all these benefits that are being cut, all these benefit changes, all of the disabled list stuff that's been going on from the Tory party, it's all factual stuff, but they have no idea what goes on. They voted Tory because they've always voted Tory. And of course, when you tell them what's happened and what they've done, they feel quite bad about it. Would they change? Probably not. They would carry on voting Tory. And when you compare something to something else, why do we do that? So, for example, we compare a politician to somebody that's been in politics before. I don't want to name names because it will give you, ammunition to talk about it. But why do we have to compare people with other people that have done a previous job? Because why not just give the new person a chance? They can't do any worse than what they're doing now, and they might even do something better. I'm only saying. It's only saying because I do hear it quite a lot. I would never vote for them because they are complete, blah, 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 blah. And you think, well, why do you think that? How do you know what you're saying is true, even? Oh yeah, because the party did this in 1940 or something like that. Hang on, it's not 1940 now. It's 2019. It's like many years later. What makes you say that it's going to be the same? It cannot be the same. It can't be any worse than what it is now, can it? Let's face it. We can't get any worse than what we've got. But you know, the yeah, don't let's Scott. That's a very good point. Yeah, and we're getting on to the other subjects, world domination and all of that stuff, because that will that's a big chestnut, isn't it? Talking about that, world domination. What's it called? One nation. So they want to have one country, one people in one group in charge. Yeah. But oh yeah, that's a very interesting point there, Farang, because democracy, I think, is a fallacy, because I was led by this quote I heard or read somewhere, that if voting was as important as it should be to everybody, then we wouldn't be allowed to do it, because it would have an influence over decisions made. You can, if you wish, correlate that to Brexit, right? A classic example of that, right? We were told that we could have a vote. We had a vote. We wanted to leave. Now we can't leave because every obstacle in the way. Yeah? And it's gone on for, 2 years? It's possibly going to carry on going now, maybe for another year, if we're unlucky. But yeah, so if voting was as important as we think it is, then we wouldn't be allowed to do it, because it would have too much power. We would be able to change things. And yeah, so there you go. And they allegedly they fiddle the yeah, it's not proven, but you know, let's face it, we don't know half of what goes on. The government are a power that can do whatever they like, allegedly, whenever they like, to whomever they like, and get away with it. Yeah, they can just decide what they want to do, and they just do it. So there. Hello, JM. Yeah. You've been ill, and saving have been involved to ESA and it has been stopped. No help. What about housing? Well, housing is a separate benefit. You can claim that if you need help with your housing rent. If you're in social housing, it's a lot easier. But yes, if your ESA, if that's stopped, then unfortunately the bastards at DWP, they tell the housing that you're no longer getting ESA, so you will need to reapply for your housing benefit. Trust me, I had it done to me. They informed them incorrectly, luckily, but I was able to then spend a week writing to everybody, telling them, no, it's all wrong. They made a cock up. But if you have lost your ESA, then you can apply for housing. I would suggest that you seek some help with that. Housing benefit was a separate thing, but obviously with the universal credit, they're trying to amalgamate it. I think it's still part of it, but it's not. It's a separate thing, but it's linked into universal credit, so it's not actually part of it as a big thing, but it is part of the system. Well, I think the plan is that universal credit will take over everything eventually when they decide to make it work. Yes. The Brexit vote, but you have to look at the Theresa May. You have to look at her really, because she doesn't want to leave. She did say a little while ago, a long time ago, she doesn't think we should leave. She's only going along with it because we said that we want to leave. Unfortunately, she can delay it as long as she likes, and we'll never leave. Yes, JM, it is very confusing, but I would really recommend that you get some assistance. Go to your CAB, or if you've got a voluntary group that you belong to, or you can go to, or even your housing officer, because sometimes if you're in social housing, there will be a housing officer that will help you. Well, you have to look at Mr. Alpha. You have to look at Cameron. Why did he give us a vote? Why did he give us a vote? Basically, because he thought that he would win and nothing would happen. Well, he was wrong. He wanted to prove a point. We all said we wanted a vote. He said no. We said we want a vote. He said, oh, all right, then go on, have a vote. And we voted to leave. And then he thought, oh shit, what have I done? That's right, he was forced to. So he regretted that in the end. But Cameron is one of the ones that started all of this thing with the benefit system. I'm not going to express my views about it, but I have an opinion about why Cameron was involved in all of the benefit stuff. I'm not going to publicly say it because it is quite controversial, and it could be quite could be let's just leave it like that. That I have my own ideas about that. Why? And if you think about it, if you'll understand why if you know him and his family. Yeah. Yes, housing and your obviously the local council pay the benefit. Obviously, Farang, we're talking about the UK. When you talk about other countries, we should really hold our head in shame that we are moaning because most countries around the world do not have it. There is no benefit system. You'll find that disabled people, especially in Thailand, since that we mentioned that, they will have to beg for money. Quite often, you'll see disabled people going around the streets selling stuff because they do not sit on their backside. They get out there and they want to earn some money, so they will sell stuff, obviously to tourists, but mainly. But yeah, so there isn't much of a benefit system. We are basically very, very lucky in this country. Selling their butts, not quite their butts, but selling their flowers and their watches and their toys and their other stuff that tourists will buy. You know, some of it's quite good. I mean, I've got some of it because I purchased it from them, and have to say that there was something on the news the other day that they were trying to outlaw begging in the street. So I don't know how that will affect people with disabilities when they're going around with their begging bowls, or their even the blind, deaf musicians go round. They go round in pairs. One is playing the instrument and one is guiding the other one, and they obviously go round collecting money, but they are providing a service. So they're obviously playing music. And I have donated to them because I enjoyed the music. It's quite good. Yeah, so we should really be not so bad in this country by all the moaning that we do. But that having been said, the way that people are treated is not good. And it's been recognised by the United Nations as not being good. £1,000 fine. Yeah, it's like when they put spikes on the seats where to stop homeless people from sleeping on them. They put spikes on the seats. I mean, how really rotten is that? Hello, Farang. Goodbye, Farang. Thank you.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, it's really... Oh, you got to go back to work.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Oh, that was so rude.
Payment benches. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we treat people in this country pretty badly. Really, we do. Not only higher up for lower down, but also fellow people. I mean, how many times have you gone to park your car in a blue badge bay and got a load of abuse from somebody? Oh, you can't fucking park there, and all this. Or even the people that park who aren't disabled, who park in them, and you want to park there, but they won't move. Yeah. So this is all about respect. Treating people with respect. Yeah. So, but what else we got? Cameron's father-in-law set up. Yes, that's right. Out of the country again for the rich people. So I hope you're enjoying today's show. I've lost. Where are we? Oh, it's nearly 7. Oh, that's good. Well, I think JM. Do you not have any family that could help you locally? Because it's always very difficult for people to give advice, because the problem is if I gave anybody advice and then you went and did it and then you went and it didn't work, you'd be coming back to me going, "Oh, you told me to do this and it didn't work." I'd feel really badly about it, that the advice I gave was wrong or didn't work. So I think that there are. Of course, I'm not a professional anymore, and I've lost touch with what's what. I only do this because I do a YouTube channel with making videos, but the information that I give, obviously, I check it out and make sure it's correct. But I didn't make it up. I didn't research I didn't make the article in the first place. That's already there. All I'm doing is passing on the information to you as a means of doing that, because there aren't anybody else, I don't think, doing this sort of thing on YouTube. But I think that the CAB are hard pressed. But they do help eventually, and without knowing too much about you, there are other agencies probably in your area that could probably help. As I say, if you live in social housing or even sheltered housing, then we we have a lady who does. She does quite well because she helps with everything from paperwork to, helping with all sorts of stuff that she helps with. Well, this is the issue, isn't it, Andy? Where can we get the truth from? They did take millions. That's right, they did, and that was part of the UC, wasn't it? The government gave them money to help out with UC, so they did set out. Yeah. Well, yes, government and media. Yeah, you have to. I suppose the way that I do it is I try to amalgamate loads of different sources of information, and possibly some of the foreign news agencies such as RT, which is the Russian Russia Today. RT, they tend to tell an unbiased view of the news stories. So going for foreign news agencies and reading about everything you can from as many different ways as you can, and compare it to what you've been told, and you'll probably find out what you've been told is a load of crap. Yeah, that's right. So yes, I know, but I think that you will find that there will be some place or other that you can probably get to near to your location. But obviously keep in touch, because things come up and may not be the best way to go. Being honest, yes. Don't be honest. Well, don't tell lies, but don't be honest. I'm losing my voice. I've only done an hour. What we need is that's better. I feel better now. Is that local to you then, Scott? Is that agency? There is a truth in that, David. There is a truth in that. Shall we get on to US politics? Well, we're not going to do it in an hour, are we, Andy? Let's face it, it's fucked as it is. We're going to have a hard job fixing the world in an hour. Come on. It's going to take at least a couple. So I think that, turn to us. I'm not familiar with that group, but no. Slowly but surely, yes. It's only the first one. we're not going to expect a lot. Tadpole's asleep. That's my lovely wife, Tad. She got a jingle. She got a jingle. That's her jingle. So, if you're wondering, yes, slowly but surely. Yes, JM, keep in touch and keep watching the videos because something will happen. Or maybe, yes, a nuclear explosion. Oh, I really can't trust anybody in the media because you've got to look at the reason why things happen, and then you get called a conspiracy theorist just because you don't believe the bullshit and read the comment on the bit. Yes, that would be a boom boom. Boom boom.
Is it wrong to put me around by that?
So I'm feeling very lack of Stream Deck, so I have to press the button. Sorry about that. Is it anybody's birthday today? Anybody got a birthday? Barry's not here, so it's not his birthday. If it's your birthday today or any time this week,
Happy birthday to you.
and we're going to sing a song. This is just for you, okay? So if it's your birthday, thank you, JM. So are you ready? Happy birthday. Bye-bye Brexit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Birthday to you. Yay! That'll do. Thank you.
It's birthday time, it's such a thrill. Don't be sad you're over the hill. You've got many more years to come. We love you, you're number one. Ow!
Ow! Don't forget the thumbs up. Yes. There you go. That's my Stream Deck. If you're wondering what it is, you probably are. If you're new here, you'll probably... It's that little device there, which allows me to do things that I've programmed. Oh, 2 weeks, David. 2 weeks birthday. Lovely. It is someone's birthday somewhere, I know, and they might come and watch the video later and think, oh, thank you. Or they might not. But we always do that. We do that every week. So that'd be a feature. Happy birthday. Well, yes, that's right. We've got loads of people from different countries. We're not rude, are we? Well, not really, not very much. What is the solution, do you think, if we could get rid of the politicians? What would be the answer? What do we think? How could we lead this country with a different system? Because this goes back a long way. This party system goes back, well, I mean, it goes all the way back to the English Civil War and beyond, which was the 1600s. Exactly, govern meant governing the mind to control. It's mind control. But yes, you basically we're sort of delving into the idea of conspiracy theories and and all of that. But I do believe most of it. Shrink the government like Trump. Actually, I'm not really familiar with what he is doing. But again, he gets a bad rap from the press. Yeah, I mean, he is a bit way out. But I'm sure I could. But what's the alternative? Do you not have to have somebody or something running the country? What's the best way of doing that? Power, yeah, but that is just a phrase, isn't it? Power to the people. And it was a TV series as well in the 70s. But what does it mean exactly? Not everybody, not all the people can govern, and not all the people are interested in governing. So, what is the system or thing that we need to have to make it work? Because I can see that the way that we're going is not working. Cooperative. Oh. I'm going to put it out there because I think that it's an interesting concept. However, they still have something or somebody in charge. What about the Star Trek ecosystem? Everybody contributes to society in their own way. There's no financial gain. No one is better than anyone else, and only touch on TVs. Yeah, actually, Scott. That sounds a bit communist. Workers owning the factories and the shops. Localization. But then would you not be going back to the medieval system? Or just give Queenie the power. How about that? Just put her in charge. The Queen can sort us out. Controversial, I know. Except the Cleons. Well, you don't want those. No, they're a bit messy. I had them the other day. I had to change my underpants. Ah, yeah, Quark. Quark wasn't human though, was he? Klingons are on the starboard bow, starboard bow. Yes. You could sell, but don't forget, all of that stuff is generating income for the country through tourism. All the people coming to see Queenie and the things of the country. So I think we have to be careful that we don't get rid of everything and find out that that was quite a good idea. But I think the thing I was trying to make there, David, was the whole ecosystem of Star Trek was the idea that everybody's equal. Nobody shirks their responsibility. There's everybody takes part. Everybody contributes something to society. Well, you can blame government from my chair. Nearly went backwards then. You can blame the government from a few years ago, i.e. like maybe 400 years ago, for diminishing the power of the royal family when they started to execute the king and queens. So that is why the government have more power than the Queen. I nearly did. It was nearly, not quite. So it's very difficult to decide what would be best. But we definitely need something different. It's not working. But it's all right talking about it. How do you get it to go? How do you get it to implement it? Yeah. She probably owns everything. Why are you, Mr. Alfie? What's up?
Wait a second, I don't like the sound of that.
No. Anyway, Alfie.
Are you the bad one?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, quite right, yes. Hello, Brian. Term. Ah, yeah, term limits. That's a good idea. Yeah, get rid of the buggers after a few years. Well, you've just said what I said, Andy, so yes. How do you make it work? Hey, Mr. Alfie, don't bully Brian. He's a very loyal subscriber and friend. My dad is fair to middling, as they say, fair to middling, but off the critical list for the time being. But yes, another week at least. It's killing me having to drive backward and forwards, trying to do my day job and make videos and go and see him and everything else that's got to be done, like eat food, sleep. So it is quite tough at the moment. So apologies if we haven't had a chat lately, any of you guys and girls, but it has been quite busy.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
No. But I'm sure it will come through. Who is a Russian spy? Oh, he's a Russian spy. Yeah, who's the Russian spy? I was right. Very funny. Well, you'll be pleased to know I did work on a title sequence, so at least the title sequence is finished. Probably not. Probably not. I was going to show you the title sequence, but I can't do it. Ha. Sorry about that. Or maybe I can. Let me have a look. What's it called? I'm not giving you nothing, mate. Now make sure that people see oh, wow! I can. So we can have a little preview of titles. Oh, it's the old version. Oh. I've got a thumbs up. Can we have a thumbs up, please? Oh. Okay, so Andy, 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 Andy. Andy, look at me. Look at my eyes. Eye contact, mate. Eye contact. Quick. Just type something. Oh, Which video were you watching then, Andy? Well, pay attention. Flipping heck. Oh, suppose you want me to do it again now. Why should I do it again when you can't even be asked to pay attention the first time? Yes, very good. I'm not showing it. Right. Are you going to pay attention, Andy? Just type yes or no. Come on, just type yes or no. And we'll be here all night. Which are we good? Hello? Right, I've got your full attention. Right, pay attention then, because right, if you didn't see that, you're flipping blind and you need to get some new glasses. Oh, wrong one. So, how is that? Only a rough idea, a rough draft. I don't think it's a very good time at the moment, Brian. Of course, bear in mind that we're trying to get to you, as in we, I mean me. And we've got the thing with Kev as well. Top right hand corner. What the I think you're blind. Top left hand corner, you bolly. God. Well, you would know why it's not in full screen, that there's 4 videos there. You would know that if you watched my Cornwall series, when I did a very similar effect showing 4 different videos from 4 different days. Oh, Rudy, I like that. That was so sarcastic, yet so good. Oh, that's wonderful, Rudy. Yes. Anyway. Well, you couldn't be asked to turn round, that's why. If you notice that video, you sort of go like this and then carry on looking the other way. Huh. Can't be helped with that, can I? You don't want to look round and see your lovely friend coming up behind you. Ooh, Mrs. I like that. That's going to be quote of the week, I think. In Europe, we call that top left. Oh, that's really clever. Well, it's really funny. It probably was. Yes. All will become apparent when you see the actual videos themselves. You'll know why. Yeah, good. So just a little taster of something that I looked up. And of course, got a little trip planned for obviously for up north, and also to Birmingham as well. So if you're in Birmingham or Birmingham area, I only started it today. No, I can't do that, Rudy. I have to blur his face out. All faces are blurred. Oh yes, Alfie, I've sent the camera off today. That was another job I had to do. Really packing up that thing, and I had to drive all the way to Bath to drop it off with FedEx, because there's nowhere around here that takes it. So, and I'm not paying for it. They paid for it, and obviously I'll pay for it in the end. But yes, and hopefully when I know my schedule, then we'll be able to do some editing. Well, I have to say, the more you nag me, the less likely it is that I should be able to do it very quickly. And of course, as you know, Patreons get first dibs. So if you want to see it, you have to get yourself onto the Patreon site. And when they're out, they're out. Oh, right then. So, what time? Oh, 7:30 already. Wow. Time flies. Huh. Oh, he's a funny chap. Well. No. since that you mentioned that, Andy, this is Patreon, where you can join for a minimum amount of $3, but that gives you just a few items as benefits. But the one that really gets you access for videos, $5 a month. Or basically you get 1 cup of coffee per month will help support my channel. So early access to all the videos before I publish on YouTube. Obviously, if you want to go for gold, all of the Patreons get exclusive merchandise at discount rates. So if you want to buy a t-shirt or whatever, the $20 gets you a t-shirt or similar, and the ultimate one, which is a load of stuff there. Latest video from a little while ago, and there was my meet-up with Mark from Swindon, my trip to Butlins, and the Station Road series. That was when I went to York with York's Kev. That was one with Brian as well. Brian and Kev. So these are all out way before everybody else sees them. So you will get first dibs. And when you, I don't want to see it several times. Well, as you know, it's rude. Yes, of course you've seen it, you Wally. I'm showing everybody else. God, you do state the obvious every now and again, don't you? You lot are really pushing the boat up. Oh, God. Well, that's probably because I've been out of the country, mate. I'm not making videos, so... But, you know, you can still subscribe, you can still become a patron, still support the channels, and every little helps, as they say. So rude. Where did I go? Oh, you're so funny. Oh my God, Andy. Let me give you a...
Is it wrong that it's totally aroused by that?
Everyone laugh at the funny joke. Ha ha!
You know where I went because you were there. Yeah, plug the channel. plug the channel. You thought you had a nightmare. It probably was. It was for me, mate. I'll tell you. I'm still having flashbacks. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was good. You're going to do your own. Good luck. Good luck getting yourself banned. Banned and deleted. Yeah. So, Mao. I forgot what I was going to say then. I was going to say something sensible. Yeah. Do you? Do you really? I thought it was only 100. I didn't think it was 1,000. Are we going to discuss this on this channel then, Mr. Alfie? His batting average record for It's Andy. It wasn't very good, was it, Andy? Your batting average. Whereas mine was perfect. Andy, that's a very good sentence. Just remove the last 2 words. Is that alright? Just remove the last 2 words. Well, Talkin Really, we always tell the truth, and Andy's record with the ladies, well, let's just say expectations were not met. So I think we'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll make a move. But really, the idea is that we were gonna try and promote the channel to everywhere, so we can get a few more subscribers. But also encourage you, if you're watching this channel, to go over to the travel channel and subscribe there as well. Excuses. Have I got one for excuses? Let me tell you. No. Excuses.
Those young people are about to get a dose of reality.
No, I haven't got one that says excuses. I got this one.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
No problem for you. Well, exactly. Well, you did have the camera, so that's possibly why. And if you were performing, I don't think I would put the camera in your face. Play your jingle? What, when you've been rude to me? Why would I play your jingle?
Are you the bad boy?
Mr. Psycho, he'll blow you away. Mr. Psycho, he'll blow you away.
Yeah, right. I can't find it. Where? Oh, there it is.
Ow!
Now, it is a little bit rude, but you know what? It's fun. So, I think we should do the Naughty Duck, the Naughty Jack jingle. Well, I think we should do that. We can't get demonetized because we're already not monetized, so it doesn't make any difference. But the Naughty Duck jingle.
Oh my God, I feel so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh my God. Oh yeah, play with my balls. Play with my balls. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, just roll them around in a circle. Oh my God, I love it when you. Uh-oh, slow down. Don't move. I'll go get you a towel.
Which seemed quite appropriate for Andy, actually, at the time. Yep. So, it's been great fun. I've enjoyed today. We had a good time. Talked about loads of stuff. Reminds you of somebody I met on the last holiday. Oh, who was that then? Do. I've got no screens to play with. I've only got this one. Well, I've got this one, and this one. I've only got two screens. Can we get some fun? And of course, if you have enjoyed today, then please comment and do come back. We're going to try and do this every week on a Friday. So if you're interested, then come back Friday. Otherwise, you can come back on Sunday on the other channel and join in there for basically the same thing, only a different channel. And 2 o'clock on the Andy Wright Travel. So it's been a pleasure talking to everybody here and all the new people that have come on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of the regulars. Yes. We don't necessarily do anything different, but we do talk about travel quite a lot, and Thailand. and trolls and thumbs up and what else? That's about it really. So if you have had a good time, then please give us a thumbs up, and even if you haven't had a good time, give us a thumbs up. Oh yeah, I forgot those. But of course, you're always welcome here, and I really appreciate the support today. The very first one. I hope you enjoyed the videos as well, and that you will obviously continue to support those, because they are fun to make, and I do my best to try and be as topical as I can. So that is about it really. I've got nothing else to say. I'm never drunk. I never drink. I don't drink anymore. No, I never drank. It was only water. See, I had you all fooled. You thought I was drinking beer. I wasn't. I was drinking water. Ah. But yeah, so we have no ending, no happy endings, no videos, no nothing. It is quite literally, that's it. So thank you for watching today, and of course appreciate your support. Catch you next time.